Alright, so today we're looking at iOS 6 on an iPhone 5. And here we go with the famous skeuomorphic design. And in my opinion, it does not get better than the skeuomorphic design. So let's look at the phone here. We got the favorites, recents, contacts, keypad, and everything you'd expect from the phone app. Now let's go open up photos. I took some screenshots here of some iOS 6 aspects. There's Siri, of course, and the weather app. Just some, typical screenshots. Let's go back to the home page and go to weather, which I don't think is going to be working right now. So let's go ahead and go back. And next, let's check out videos, which we have none of. So let's go to the next app, which is going to be the Notes app. And let's just go ahead and type a note here. It's a Notes app. Hasn't really changed much. So if we can swipe to delete as always, and then we have that skeuomorphic delete button. We go back and we're going to see the Passbook, early version of Passbook. Obviously, we have no passes there. And then let's go to the Reminders app and let's make a reminder. Typical reminder app, as you would see today. A little different though in terms of obviously the layout of it. But overall, it's pretty similar. And then we have, of course, that scrolling aspect. It kind of looks like, a slot machine, really. And go back to the home screen here, and we got the clock app, which, again, hasn't really changed much. We got the stopwatch here. And then we got the timer with, again, that slot wheel kind of feel to it. And then we got the stocks, which also don't think are going to be working. So let's exit out of that and go to newsstand, which I think you gotta, go in iTunes or something for that. So let's go into iTunes and see if the music loads. Do not want to upgrade, of course. And it looks like we got some version of iTunes here. Maybe not the most visually appealing version of iTunes. Not really sure what's going on with that, but I guess we should be happy that it works in the first place. We got our movies here, which kind of the same thing. It's just kind of not the greatest. And if you see, the movies are pretty outdated and everything. This I recorded this a little while ago, so that's why it's maybe not the most up-to-date movies, but we go into more here. We got tones, which I guess are ringtones, which I feel like that's not really a thing anymore. And then we got, let's go ahead and search and see if we got anything comes up if we type in The Office here. And of course, it's going to take a while to load because it's an old version of iTunes, but we got some TV episodes of The Office there. So now let's go into the App Store and let's see if that is able to come up and load. And it looks like, again, not the most visually appealing, but it does come up with some apps here in the charts. And so the App Store is working. Genius, I don't really think that's a thing anymore. Search, and then, of course, the updates. So we go back to the homepage, and let's check out Game Center, which you gotta sign in for, of course, with your Apple ID. So let's exit out of that. Check out Mail, all the different mail services you can access there. And then we check Safari. Let's go into apple.com, see what's going on there. Although again, I shot this a while ago, so it's probably not the most up-to-date with the iPhone 13. As of this recording, it's the iPhone 16, so a little outdated there, but the Apple Store kind of works. Or the Apple website, I should say. And then let's go into music, which there is also none of. And then we got some utilities. Let's see, calculator, which again hasn't really changed much. And then voice memos, which that looks way different than it does now. So again, that's skeuomorphic design. And then let's go ahead and try Siri, which isn't going to work in this take. So let's go ahead and cut to when I did get it to work. San Francisco Giants.
The Giants. Rockies game is scoreless in the top of the third inning.
And then let's go ahead and hop into messages and iMessage. Again, let's get it to when I did get it to work, although very slowly. We will see it pop up in a second here. And there you go. I guess I shot this in 2022. And there we go. So let's go ahead and respond back. And that was a lot quicker, as you can see on the computer. And then we got just some B-roll shots of the old messages, which I think look so cool with the message bubbles. And of course, you'll see some classic memes with these bubbles on them. So now let's go into wallpapers. And surprisingly, not a lot of wallpapers. I would have expected more. And also different ones. I feel like iOS 6, they might have done a refresh for those. But just changing the background there. Taking a screenshot. Let's see if the camera works here. Just take a shot of nothing here. We got the famous click with the camera. And check out the video, and the battery is dead because this is an old phone. So that is the tour of the iPhone 5 on iOS 6.